Sony Pictures' upcoming film, Madam Web, has stirred excitement among Marvel fans, prompting speculation about its place within the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Although Madam Web is a Sony property and part of the distinct Spider-Man universe, distinct from MCU canon, the film is anticipated to feature intriguing connections and references to the larger Marvel landscape. The recently unveiled trailer introduces key characters portrayed by Dakota Johnson, Sydney Sweeney, and Isabella Merced, namely Cassandra Webb, Julia Carpenter, and Anya Corazon. While Madam Web resides in the SSU, it's noteworthy that previous Sony Marvel projects like Venom and Morbius have subtly intertwined with the MCU. Addressing the burning question of Madam Web's ties to the MCU, it's clarified that the film is firmly rooted in the SSU. However, this doesn't rule out the possibility of the movie incorporating nods to the MCU, as seen in other SSU films. Notably, Adam Scott's portrayal of Uncle Ben is poised to serve as a potential bridge between the SSU, the MCU, and perhaps even the Spider-Verse franchise. It's a cinematic twist that Uncle Ben, a character pivotal in Spider-Man lore, has never graced the MCU screen, though he was referenced by Tom Holland's Peter Parker in What If. With the concept of variants gaining prominence, Scott's Uncle Ben could be envisioned as a variant with connections to the MCU, a clever move given the current focus on the multiverse. Drawing parallels to previous SSU films like Venom, Let There Be Carnage, and Morbius, which featured MCU connections, Madam Web could extend this trend. The film's potential ties to the MCU may not be limited to Uncle Ben, as Sony might be laying the groundwork for its own multiverse, possibly intersecting with the MCU's narrative. Madam Web's link to the multiverse is intriguingly established through the web of life and death, a concept divergent from on-screen Marvel narratives so far. This web grants the protagonist access to different points in time and alternate realities, setting the stage for an expansive crossover between the SSU and the MCU. If Madam Web employs the web of life and destiny, it could be a catalyst for a crossover between these cinematic universes. The notion of incursions, hinted at in projects like Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness, could serve as a narrative device where the SSU faces the risk of colliding with another universe. Madam Web, utilizing her unique ability, could navigate this crisis and breach into the Earth 616 universe, presenting an enticing prospect for a substantial SSU-MCU crossover. However, it's prudent to acknowledge that such a crossover might not materialize in the immediate future. The MCU is presently building towards major events like Avengers, the Kang Dynasty, and Avengers: Secret Wars, and introducing another complete universe before these milestones may complicate the narrative landscape. Scheduled for release on February 14, 2024, Madam Web promises an immersive dive into the Marvel Cinematic Tapestry, weaving together elements of the SSU and offering tantalizing prospects for interconnected storytelling across multiple universes.
Hold me close till I get up.